Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Speak Up Now podcast. And I'm your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, bringing a healthy conversation while inspiring you, the viewer, you, society, and you, the people, to speak up on things that you're very passionate about, important issues, everything that you feel like you want to talk about, speak up on. I'm inspiring you all through healthy conversation to, as always, speak up, because it'll always make you happier and stronger and better. And if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. Two, I need you to do a few things for me. One, I need you to take a second to subscribe, and we much appreciated. To like this video, check out my social media platforms that you see on the screen, and go check out my previous episodes that I have released so far. I promise you, you won't regret it and be much appreciated. So make sure you do those things for me. And if you're a returning viewer, much love to you, and I appreciate you to my full core. It's much love. But for today's episode is something, if you know me and follow my social media platforms, if you know me entirely, you know I'm very, 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 very passionate about this particular topic. And thing as a whole. So, as always, if you're ready for today's episode, say with me, let's ride. Ride with me. So for today's episode is something that I'm very passionate about and love speaking on and love sharing and just being an advocate fan of. One, I'm a very, very strong sports fan. Football, basketball, volleyball, the whole nine, bowling, the whole nine whatsoever. I'm a very competitive person as nature. If you know me, you know that very, very well about me. I'm very competitive, especially when it comes to football and basketball, but especially when it comes to my Panthers, especially when it comes to the NFL. I'm a huge fan of the NFL. I love football. I love watching football, college and NFL. But mostly NFL, especially since it's football season, I love both, but especially NFL. I'm a diehard Carolina Panthers fan to my core. And I feel like it's my duty to speak on, say this with my heart, say this with my soul. Listen closely. Listen closely. I'm gonna say it to you straight. Cam Newton should be back in the league. I'm gonna say it again. Cameron Jarrell Newton should be back in the league. And I'm gonna tell you why. Very simple. Two reasons actually. I'm gonna back up 2 reasons. One, he's still deserving of being in the league. That's number one. And two, most importantly, the league is not the same without Cam Newton. The league is not the same without Cam Newton. And like I said, I'm not trying to be his advocate to be back on the league, which I could be, but he's a grown man. He doesn't need nobody to speak up for him. He doesn't need nobody to advocate for him. He doesn't need nobody to, you know what I'm saying, do this, do that for him, because he'd be the first one to say that he's not feeling sorry. He's not sad or depressed. He's straight. He's doing his thing, living life whatsoever. He'd be the first one to tell you that. But it still doesn't negate the fact that he should be back in the league. He's still good. He's still a starting quarterback, capable quarterback in the league. He could lead a franchise. I promise you. He'd be the first one to tell you he still can. He's only 34 years old, right? He still can play. He's still in shape. To all my NFL fans out there and football fans out there, you can agree or disagree, but I'm here to say he'd be the first one to tell you that he's still in shape. He still has an arm. He still has a love for the game, passion for the game. He's still a leader. He still has everything that you want in a football player, one, but in a quarterback, two. And it makes no sense why this man, Cam Newton, is not in the league. For what all he has done for the league, for one. Two, what he's done for the Carolina Panthers. Most importantly, the Carolina Panthers and for the state of North Carolina and the city of Charlotte. And number three, what he has done for fans like me and fans like that support him entirely. And it's crazy how not just Cam, but the league is not the same without Cam, Antonio Brown. I could go on and on and on about how these superstars that was in the league 10 years ago that took the league by storm. I mean, I know sports evolve, the league evolves, life evolves, people get older, the league gets older, and this is a young man's league. NFL and the NBA is a young man's league, which I understand, but you have to understand that, you know, some people want to leave on their own terms. Some people still will get treated how they should be, even though they gave so much to the game. Especially how much Cam Newton has gave to the game, for fans, for his peers, his teammates, the league as a whole. He's gave so much, and when you think about what he has done without having the talent that other quarterbacks have had, he's never had a truly number one wide receiver. Yes, you could say Greg Olsen for one, but all my NFL fans out there, all my football fanatics, all my football people who love it dearly to the heart and know their stuff, like I do, tell me this: has he ever had a number one wide receiver in his entire career? No. And he's been held accountable for that in a bad way. People say he can't play this, he can't play this, he can't throw this, he can't throw that, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. But when has he ever proven to have a number one wide receiver or weapons around him? He just hasn't had that. So when you compare him to other quarterbacks in the league now or back then, it's not really fair. It really isn't fair, because all those other quarterbacks that won Super Bowls or been to this, been to that, been to playoffs, won a lot of games, has the stats. We can't really compare that, because he hasn't had the weapons around him, or he hasn't had a number one wide receiver he could throw the ball to, or his team hasn't been healthy around him, or he hasn't been healthy. So you can't really put a fair judgment on the man Cam. And for one, if you're watching this video and you follow the league, I can name a few teams that should sign him right now, including the New York Jets. Just put my opinion out there. That's my opinion. I can name other teams as well, but it would take me some time to do, to speak on that. But if I can name a team right now that should highly consider and I highly recommend, it would be Cam Newton, just because of his ability to lead, the ability to command a room. He still has an arm and experience. He's a veteran. He knows how to lead. He knows how to lead a team. This video is only for my NFL fanatics, for the women out there, for the men out there. I wanted to do an episode about sports, about something I'm very passionate on. I'm gonna keep on doing these videos every now and then, sports or trending news, politics or whatsoever. But this particular episode is specifically about football, NFL, and most importantly, the man himself, Mr. Cam Newton, aka Ace Boogie. So you can, if you know me, you can tell that I'm a Cam Newton fanatic. I'm a Carolina Panthers fanatic. I'm an NFL fanatic, and I'm a fanatic where I want people to understand that people should be treated the right way, and he hasn't been treated the right way when it comes to what he deserves from not saying from the NFL, but what he deserves entirely for what he has done for the Panthers and the NFL. And if you need proof, the proof is in the pudding. Search up his highlights, search up his stats, and what he has done. I guarantee you, the people who come across this video on social media, and people who know about Cam Newton, people who know what he has done for the Panthers and for the league, they will stand behind me. And I know they will have pretty much facts. I could bring facts too, trust me. I could put a lot of facts, but I don't have time for that. For this particular video, but I could bring a lot of facts and statistics and numbers to prove my point. All you gotta do is look it up yourself. You have a phone, you have a computer, you have an iPad, you can do it yourself. And I'm not lying. But the one thing you can't deny that he has had a number one wide receiver, because he hasn't. But it's the truth that he should be back in the league, playing to a high level, which I know he can. He knows he can, and his peers knows he can. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe waiting for the opportunity. Maybe he realizes that life goes on, which is true. But it still doesn't negate the fact that he should be back in the league, because he should. I believe that. He believes that. His peers believe that. The league believes that. It's just NFL politics. That's how it goes. Just like there's politics in everything that you do in life. It's not just government politics. There's politics in everything that you do in life. And he's probably going through that right now. And I'm glad he was able to come back home to the Panthers in November 2021. That was a heartwarming moment for me. A very heartwarming moment for me. He came back. I'll never forget that day. I have a unique story to that. Maybe we could get into that one day if you guys want me to. Comment in the comment section. But of my experience of him coming back to the Panthers, that was an exciting moment. It really was for me, because prior to that, I was at the Panthers game prior to that, so a week before he came back. So that's a story for another day. But I wanted to do a quick little episode about why Cam Newton should be back in the league, and why bring awareness and notoriety that Cam Newton still can play. He should still be playing. And I won't say he's being blackballed, but he kind of is, because there's politics behind that. He knows that. He's not saying it. And others people might have to say it, but it's true. She's being blackballed in some sense. And I want to be the first one to say, or one of the people advocating for him, let this man play, get him on the team, and let him prove to you that he's still able to be a capable starting quarterback in the NFL. Because I know he can, he knows he can. He'd be the first one to tell you that he's still able to play, he wants to play. But who knows what's going on, there's politics and everything. But I wanted to do a quick little episode about that, something that I'm passionate about, which is Cam Newton, the man himself, aka his Boogie, and express my feelings and thoughts towards that particular topic and towards him, because I want him to know, if he ever comes across this video, hopefully he does, I want him to know that I'm his biggest fan, will always be his biggest fan, and what he's done for the Carolina Panthers in the state of North Carolina and in the city of Charlotte. I'll always be grateful for what he has done. And I always continue to rock with him no matter what he does in life, on his ventures, business ventures, etc. I'm a supporter, follower of him, always will be his biggest fan, and support that man. He's the man. I'm his biggest fan. If anybody could say that knows me, I'm a diehard Cam Newton fan to my core, and always will be. No matter how much time passes, I always will be. But that's my episode on Cam Newton. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like topics like this and want more of these sports topics, or my opinions on these particular NFL players, NBA players, trends, NFL trends, NBA trends, trending news about sports, let me know. And I'd be happy to talk about it. But that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, so make sure you subscribe. As always, subscribe, like this video, check out my previous episodes, check out my social media platforms as you see on the screen throughout this video, and make sure you come back for more, because I guarantee these episodes are coming and not disappointing. So, but yeah, let's end this episode the right way. Stay mellow, keep that mellow mind, stay focused, keep that narrow path, keep that peaceful mindset, and as the man Cam Newton came up with and made it famous, as he says always, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom. The man